Section 3, Tools. Under the Tools menu there are several tools we can select. The first one is the searchlight. This will draw a spotlight on the screen, which can be moved around by dragging the light. The shape can be made larger or smaller, and by clicking on the menu, we can change the shape from a circle to a square or a rectangle. We can also adjust the transparency so that objects behind the screen can be slightly visible. To exit the searchlight, tap the little menu icon. Select Exit. Next in the list is the screen curtain. Selecting the screen curtain will place a grey screen over your work. This screen can be dragged up, down, left or right. The screen can be resized and moved around to cover any section of the screen. The red X in the top right hand corner closes the screen curtain. Magic Layer. Click the Add symbol to add layers. Click and drag to select the size that is required. Once you have the layers in place, click on the Magic Layer icon again and select Flashing. This will randomly cycle through the layers and stop on one. Click the X on the layer to remove the layer and reveal what is underneath. Picture Viewer. The Picture Viewer is a mini Explorer window which allows you to explore pictures in folders and insert them into your document. It also has a random selector. By clicking this button, it will recycle through pictures in a directory and stop on a random image, which can then be inserted into your page. Turntable. The turntable is a spinner which can be configured for multiple coloured groups. Simply press the play button in the centre to spin the wheel and land on a particular colour. Clicking on the folder icon will allow a number of images to be inserted around the wheel. Click the play arrow in the centre, it will spin and land on one of those images. Explorer. The Explorer window allows you to open pictures and or several different types of documents in the current page you're working on. You can also enter a web address and browse the internet through this window whilst on the whiteboard software. This is particularly useful if you want to have a web document open on one side of the screen and make notes on the other side of the screen. Screenshot. Clicking the screenshot icon will take a snapshot of the screen. You can select what you want to take a screenshot of either by dragging over a region, irregular selection, full screen, or the desktop. The selection will be saved as an object on the screen and can then be moved around and/or manipulated with the selection menu. Magnifier. Select the magnifier. This will open a square on the screen which you can drag around, and this will magnify whatever you drag over the top of. Clicking the X on the top right-hand corner will close the magnifier. The magnifier can also be selected by using the tool pan under the pen section and drawing a square around any object on the screen. The soft keyboard icon selects an on-screen keyboard for use within the software. Hand input icon. Select the input box which we used earlier with the graphic text box. Type or write in this box. Timer. This brings up an on-screen timer. We can move this around the screen. Selecting the little menu icon in the bottom right-hand corner allows us to customize the timer. Under the options on this menu, there are several more features. For example, if we wanted to run the timer for 3 minutes and then have an action to perform once the time is up. Select the checkbox and then we can select what we'd like the system to do. You can go to the next page, or it can pull the screen curtain up over the work. Under the General Options tab, we can also adjust the transparency of the timer by moving the slider along the bar. To exit the timer, click on the menu icon and click on Exit. The calculator brings up an on-screen calculator. Please continue on to Section 3, Part 2 for additional tools.